Disassembly of the Straffen Eis pen is relatively straightforward. Uncap the pen, unscrew the barrel, post them for easy storage. Then take your section, take out the converter. These converters are relatively straightforward to take apart. It's easiest to do with a little bit of gripping material. Grab the ink reservoir as well as that ring and pull out the piston assembly unit. Here you got the ink reservoir, here you got the piston. The piston will come out by unscrewing it like that. What remains is this part. Now, in a lot of these Chinese converters, it's fairly easy to take out that black plastic bit, but for some reason it's very difficult with this typical converter. So here's what you need. This is called a MacGyver survival tool, also known as a bent paperclip. MacGyver was actually a Scot, just so you know. Now, what you do, you just bend it, and this is very hard. This is a very thick, big, jumbo paperclip with a little bit of heat shrink tubing around that to give you a nice grip. You just stick it in there, and you pop out the little ring like that. Very simple, no problem. Then, with a bit of pressure, the turning knob comes out. Once you've got all of that, you can just put a little bit of silicone grease right there around the piston seal, as well as on the threads there. You take that, you put it back into the ink reservoir, take the black plastic ring, slide it over there, make sure it clicks in place right there, grab your turning knob, put the piston about halfway through, take your plastic ring, maybe apply a little bit of silicone grease there for lubrication, slide it back on, piston operates smoothly. Now, as to this section, you can easily remove the nib and feed as they're friction fit, but you have to be careful. The fins in this feed are made of pretty thin plastic. So the easiest way to do it is not to push down on the feed like this, because that is sure to bend the little gills on the feed. I like to hold this section like this, grab the nib by the side and pull it out straight. That way there's almost no pressure on the actual feed. And as you can see, the fins are still in good condition. Clean the nib and feed, and once you are done, roughly align the shoulders of the nib to the shoulders of the feed. And the beauty of this section is that it actually has a slot for the nib, so you make sure how to put it in. Then take your section and just slide it in. Doesn't matter how you do it, there is no specific slot for the nib. Take your converter, slide it back in, take the pen barrel, screw it back in, cap the pen, sit back and enjoy yourself some haggis.